Good Saturday morning, everybody. I'm forewarned meteorologist Brian Sherman. Thanks for joining us here on Local 4 Plus for some extended winter storm coverage, as most of the region is looking at accumulating snow as you're heading out the door mid to late Saturday morning. The National Weather Service continues our winter weather advisory for all of southeastern Michigan until 7 o'clock tonight. Then we go over to a winter storm watch from 7 o'clock tonight to 7 o'clock on Sunday night, as we are looking at the bulk of the accumulating snow to move in late tonight and through the majority of our Sunday. ExactTrack 40 radar shows that we are socked in with snow this morning. A lot of dark blues showing up here on ExactTrack 40. So let's take a look at some areas here on where we are seeing some of those darker blues come in. Going into Macomb County as well as portions of Oakland County, from Waterford over toward Pontiac as well as over toward Troy. There's Interstate 75. Then working into Macomb County, Washington over to Utica, as well as Chesterfield and down to Mount Clemens, and also into Wayne County, looking at some of those darker blues showing up as well here. So there's Hamtramck and downtown Detroit, Redford down to Inkster as well as Taylor, and then working over toward Plymouth as well as Ypsilanti, also getting in over in Washtenaw County on some of those darker blues as well. Let's go into some of our northern communities here and take a look at some of the snow that is falling. Let's go to Genesee and Lapeer counties. You folks up here have been dealing with a good amount of snow all morning long, working from Flint over I-69 over toward Elba, over into Lapeer County and Lapeer, and then working off to the east over into Sanilac and St. Clair counties. Those darker blues here, what we're looking for some of those reduced visibilities, and then down into northern portions of Oakland County as well. There's Oxford and Lake Orion getting in on some of that snow as well. The snow has been sticking around for the better portion of the last 2 to 3 hours. Most of the region waking up to a light coating of snow before sunrise. Then we've had the bulk of this accumulating snow move in. But the other thing I want to look at is that wintry mix that is starting to show up, especially down here toward the state line, working into Toledo. We're getting very, very close to that wintry mix line that we've been talking about for the past couple days. This would start off as snow this morning, but as temperatures warm up, we go over to that snow, sleet, and freezing rain mix. So Monroe down to Erie reporting snow, but right over the state line in Toledo, looking at a wintry mix and possibly some freezing rain, and then just plain old rain down to the southeast toward Woodville and Oak Harbor. There's Interstate 8090, the Ohio Turnpike there. It's going to be a very close call for us, at least in terms of precipitation type. I don't think we're going to see straight rain out of this system, but I do think we will see the potential for a little bit of a snow, sleet, freezing rain mix today, especially south of I-69 and the closer you get toward the state line down into Lenawee and Monroe counties. Road conditions this morning, snowy across the board here, but then you get down across the state line, that pink, that is where we start to see some of those icy conditions show up here. And with that freezing rain potential, we may see a light glazing of ice on surfaces in addition to the snow accumulation that we are looking at as you are going to head out the door this morning into this afternoon. Tower cam over downtown Detroit. We are socked in with snow here mid this morning. Good morning to you over in Ann Arbor. Checking in with snow falling over in Washtenaw County early this morning. The big house shrouded in that snow as you're waking up late this morning. Sitting at 27 here in Detroit, 26 as you work over in Ann Arbor, 25 this morning in Howell, and also 25 as you're starting off over in Port Huron. Belleville, you all are seeing snow as well this morning. You can see snow tracks on the roads here in Belleville early this morning. So if you are going to head out on some of those secondary roads, keep in mind those might not be treated as well as you're waking up this morning. And then swinging over to Metro Airport finally this morning, socked in with snow. And you can see right there, there's some of the snow plows that are trying to keep some of those runways clean as you work over into Metro Airport. We've been keeping an eye on the status of Metro Airport this morning. So far, we are being told Metro Airport is having normal operations this morning. But with the snow around, you're more than likely going to run into some sort of delays. So do keep an eye on things as you head out the door this morning. 25 in Howell, 24 in Pontiac. We're sitting at 27 as you're waking up here in Detroit. Bigger picture, this is part one of part two of our system that's going to keep that snow into the forecast. We've got a frontal boundary draped right through portions of Kentucky into Tennessee here. Moisture streaming along and ahead of it. That's round one. Then round two is our area of low pressure pressure over portions of Oklahoma. That's going to strengthen and move into the Ohio Valley and stay far enough east that we will see primarily snow late tonight and into tomorrow. Clouds and radar forecast is doing a good job handling this snow here this morning. Transitions to that wintry mix in the next couple hours by 1:30, 1:45 this afternoon. Snow, sleet, freezing rain mix, especially south of the 696 corridor, should remain snow in our northern tier of communities. We hold on to that wintry mix potential till about 7 to 8 o'clock tonight. Then we go back over to snow, and we stay snow through the overnight and into Sunday morning. This is 8:45 Sunday morning. I believe we are socked in with snow, and this is where we're starting to look for that moderate to heavy snow potential on Sunday morning that would bring us the bulk of the accumulation we're looking for out of this winter storm. Still holding on to some snow showers Sunday afternoon into early Sunday evening, and then we wind it down Sunday night before we dry things out heading into Monday. Snow totals going back and forth here through Sunday night, a widespread 4 to 6, possibly 7 inches. And then maybe some higher amounts in our northern tier of communities. The data's been going back and forth on this one, so this is how I really think this is going to break down. Most everybody will see at least 2 to 3 inches of snow from this morning all the way through tomorrow night. Most likely, we are looking at 5 to 8 inches of snow with a light glazing possible from freezing rain, and at most, especially in our northern tier of communities, north of I-69, we're looking at 8 to 10 inches of snow before it's all said and done. This is nothing to sneeze at, folks, being our second winter storm in about a week. So hold on to the shovels. You're going to need them very quickly. Then, to go with that snow tomorrow, winds will be gusting 25 to 35, possibly 40 miles an hour as we head into tomorrow afternoon. Then that also ushers in that colder air mass, too. That brings in early next week. This is 1 o'clock Monday afternoon on our feels like forecast for wind chills. We're looking at wind chills below zero for a good chunk of the day on Monday as we get that reinforcing shot of Arctic air with that northwesterly flow. So it's a 1-2 punch from the winter storm we've got going on right now into another round of bitterly cold air looking ahead into the end of the weekend and early next week, I should say. We're going to top out at 34 today. Snow to a wintry mix, accumulation likely from snow, and then going into that freezing rain with a light glazing possible heading into tomorrow. We'll top out at 30 tomorrow. Snow likely with additional accumulation expected for the majority of southeastern Michigan. And then our 7-day forecast here, that forewarned weather alert goes through tomorrow. We hold on to 30 for one more day, then temperatures well below average. Multiple nights to where we've got overnight lows into the single digits from Monday night all the way through Friday with another chance of snow on Wednesday. We just got to get through the next couple of days here to where we are going to be looking at least the threat of quite a few inches of snow before it's all said and done here. I'm going to see if we can get this. I want to get exact track 40 radar up here really quick. Boop. It's not going to work. Okay, so we're going to come back to it after a bit. So anyway, we slice it. Snow falling here early this morning. We're going to continue to track that here. We're going to give about a 15-minute break, and we're going to come back here on Local 4 Plus right around 11 o'clock and do another update before we hand it off into the afternoon as the snow continues. See if we can get some snow totals, but either way we slice it. Be careful if you're out driving. Stay with us here on Local 4 Plus. Click on Detroit.com. Download that Forewarned weather app. We're going to keep you ahead of this winter storm as we continue to go through the weekend. From the Forewarned Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Brian Sherman. We'll send you back to our Local 4 programming on Local 4 Plus, and we'll see you around 11 o'clock.